We have 50 bare root strawberry plants that just came in. So we're gonna get them in the ground today in the bed behind me. There's two varieties of everbearing strawberry that we're gonna be planting today. The first is Ozark Beauty and the second is Tribute. We ordered these from Stark Brothers Nurseries online, and I'll show you how they come here in a minute. First, we'll look at the rows. So this row here at the end is a brand new row. Nothing's ever been in there. That's going to be where I put the Tribute strawberries. Then if we come to the other end of this bed, this is a row where there were plants here previously, and I tore them all out to renovate this. You can see this is already strung to plant the new plants. The Ozark Beauties are going to go down here. This row, each one of these rows actually, is about 28 feet long. So we're going to be able to space the plants at about 14 inches. And that will put 25 plants in the row. So here's how it comes. We've got all the bare root plants in here. There's two separate bundles. So you can see there's the Tribute on that side. That means over here on this side, that's Ozark Beauty. These are just packed in a plastic bag with a bunch of shredded paper that's moistened. And so if you're not gonna plant these right away, you can stick them in the refrigerator. But these arrived yesterday. I stuck them in the refrigerator overnight. And now we're gonna get them into the ground today. So I'm gonna unpack these here in the shade, just get out the Ozark Beauty, and then we'll take those 25 plants over, get them planted in the ground. You don't want the roots to dry out with these during the planting process. So here's our little bundle of Ozark Beauty plants. So you can see how there's a rubber band around these to keep them all together. What I need to do is take this over to the row and I'll undo the rubber band and we'll kind of plant one at a time. Good to see there is some life there. You ready to get started?
Yep.
You want to make a little hole for me right here?
Okay.
Dig a little hole right underneath the string. Well, don't throw the dirt at your brother. All right. Here. You need a hand? There we go. Loosen that dirt right up. All right, so
Those are roots.
yeah, you see the roots for the strawberry?
Yeah.
So what we want to do is just spread them in our hole, and then we're going to push the soil back in.
I see the strawberry blooming a little bit.
Yep, it's got some life to it. That's what we want, right? We want to see lively plants. We better put one here at the end too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Here's a little one.
That's a little one.
Yeah, these are tiny little bare root plants, aren't they?
Yeah. Dad, look at that one. It's starting to leaf.
Yep, that's because they're alive. Even though they're tiny and bare root, they're alive.
I see a root. Dad, this one's going to be second.
All right, so our next hole is going to go right here, okay?
Isn't the next one
Let me see. So from here, right about here. How about right there? Are you digging this hole?
Yep. I'm going to remove some of the dirt and I'm going to make it
There we go. That looks big enough, doesn't it? I think so.
a little wide. I'll hold the dirt out. I'm going to take
All right,
out
ready?
all this.
All right. Now we can put the dirt back in. Pack it
Dad,
in.
the good thing is the live. Look, I made the hole a little bit.
That looks good.
Hey, Dad.
Ready? Separate out a plant. All right.
Now where should it go? second goes here.
About there.
Yeah.
Okay.
A worm.
Well, that's a good thing.
I'll leave that worm in there.
Mm-hmm.
Now plant one, Dad.
It may need to be just a little bit deeper.
But Dad, don't hurt the worm.
I just reburied them.
Dad, moving trowel.
Here.
And I'll let go when you're done. How about the second should be right here?
Yep.
I'm digging.
Yep.
Dad,
Yeah.
look. Planting one in mine.
All right. Do it. Look at the size of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Will you shovel back?
How about the second should be right here?
Let's go right about here where my shovel is. Can you dig there? Well, the kids' attention span ran out. They didn't make it through planting all 50. Actually, it worked out to be 52. It turned out there were 26 plants of each variety that were bundled up there. I'm actually pleased with how these looked this year. We ordered from Stark last year, and the Eversweet, we had only one loss there. But with the TriStar, nearly half of those plants, and I could tell when I was putting them in the ground, they were just done, not alive, didn't make it. So I actually reached out to Stark, and fortunately they did honor their guarantee, which is why I decided to try again this year. And this year I'm pleased. All of the plants that I put into the ground do have signs of life. And so hopefully those roots will establish and these plants will take off. So what we have going now is the Ozark Beauty down here in this row, brand new. 2 rows of Unknown, which are older. I will probably rip these out and renovate them with all new plants next year. Then we have Eversweet, TriStar, and Tribute. So the Tribute here is new, the Eversweet and the TriStar we put in last year. What's nice about strawberries, I can just propagate from runners. I've done that before. I've got video about that. And then I can fill in. And so even if you space them out farther than you want them in the end in the row, you can propagate and fill it in from runners. If you're just patient, you'll have more plants the next year. Strawberries are really good at reproducing that way. I like growing the Everbearing varieties, even though you don't get as big of a harvest at once in June when they start producing. You do continue to get berries all through the growing season, which is great because the kids love eating strawberries. And it's just nice to have fresh berries that I can go and get kind of on a daily or every other day basis. Pick what's here and then have those for snacks and desserts and things like that all through the growing season. So that's really what the goal is here, is to have berries kind of throughout, even when they're not necessarily in peak season in June. And that's worked out for us reasonably well. Last year, we did pretty well with the Eversweet and the TriStar kind of coming in. Those were new plants. They started producing kind of toward August. And that was just nice having those. So hopefully we're gonna see that again and even more this year.